Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, everybody out there listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey win. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get him on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. You know, I think I ought to explain something to y'all. You know, when I wake up in the morning and I say, dig me now, what I'm asking you to do is it's old school, you know, man. And, you know, you see old people say, I dig, you know, da-da-da. Never stop saying it. I'm sorry. But dig me now is just, I want you to really feel me. I want you to understand what I'm saying, because really, this morning inspiration is all given in the spirit of sharing and love. It ain't about to expose me in any way. That's not the purpose of it. But I found that in my morning inspiration, that it's best that I use some things about myself. Because, I mean, what better example can I use? Because I know me. I know what's happened to me. I know exactly how I felt all along the way concerning almost everything, every aspect of my life. I now fully do really understand why God had my life spin the way it spun. And here's a part that I want to give to you this morning. That first of all, whatever position you find yourself in today, we kind of come to one realization, that we got ourselves there. We put ourselves there by a series of thoughts and actions. Thoughts turn into things. That's very important to know. So let's look at both sides of it. For people who think negative thoughts, it turns into negative things. And the direct opposite is true for those who think positive thoughts. It turns into positive things. That's the deal. It's as simple as that, folks. I cannot break it down any cleaner. I cannot make it any clearer. Thoughts become things. So the one glaring question for all of us always is, on a daily basis, what are you thinking? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? Because I can assure you, and it's not by a promise of mine. This is not a theory that Steve Harvey then came up with. This is a fact of life. This is biblical. This is spiritual. This is written. This is philosophical. This is the law of the universe. However you need to drink this medicine to get it down and feel what I'm saying to you, this is just the way it is. Now, and here the cold part, folks. It don't matter if you believe me or not. It does not matter if you have never been explained this or not. And it does not matter if you think it works in your life or not. It don't matter. Listen to me. It is the way it is. It is a scriptural. It is a spiritual. It is philosophical. It's just whatever. It's the law of the universe. You call whatever you want to call. However you got to dress this thing up to put it in the phase that you can feel me, I want you to feel me now, because this is all it is. So when I say that you are where we are today because we thought ourselves here, oh, you best to believe that's true. You thought yourself here. No one else. See, let me explain something. I got people around me who so badly want to take credit for it, but I don't allow it because I keep pointing to the heavens. I keep pointing and trying to say it out loud as many times as I can without being so offensive, that my life is by design, by grace and mercy, by blessings from God. My life is because God has seen it to be so. Oh, but I got plenty of people around me who want credit for it and want you to not give credit to God and give it to them. I got that. But I understand that. See, I understand what that is. That's a person whose design is to get the credit. But it's okay. It's so clear to me what my father was saying to me, man. I get it as I get older and older. He always said to me, son, everybody come with you, can't go with you. See, I don't know how people say it in church. Sometimes they go, well, people come into your life for seasons. And I guess that's the same thing. They season up, they gone. Well, but then hear the way they try to hold you, though. Oh, you going to forget where you come from? Oh, you ain't going to keep it real no more? And so you find yourself trying to not forget where you come from and keep it real no more. But to what end? Is it to the good of your end, or is it to the good of their end? To what end is keeping it real and not forgetting where you come from if it does not allow you to progress and move forward? I got where I come from. I don't want to stay there no more. I don't forget where I come from. I know full well what I've been through, but that's what drives me, because I don't want to go back to that. That's the push for me. I don't want that no more. I don't want to go back where I come from. I don't want to keep it that real no more. It was real enough for me living in a car. I had enough of that real. I don't want to keep it real. No, I don't keep it real. I want to go keep it dreamy. I want to go keep it fantasizing. I want to keep it out of this world. I want to keep it off the chain. I want to keep it moving. I want to keep it balling. I want to see what that's like. So, nah, I ain't going to forget where I come from, but you ain't going to hold me to that, though. See, thoughts become things all day long. Where's your vision board? Where are the things that you want written down? What do you think about the most? How grateful are you for what all God has done for you? Where you at with that? See, here another law. If thoughts become things, here come the moment, y'all. If thoughts become things, let me ask you this. If all you thinking about is your debt, if all you thinking about is what you ain't got, if all you thinking about is, oh, woe is me, if all you thinking about is every time I turn around, I'm sick, if all you thinking about is the things in life that you're lacking, if that's all you thinking about, and if thoughts become things, how much debt you think you're going to stay in? How much lacking you think you finna fill your life with? How much more stuff you finna not have? Because you keep thinking about it all the time. When you going to be grateful? When you going to say thank you? When it's going to come out your mouth, man, that I may not be where I want to be, but I sure am grateful for what you've given me so far, for the things I have today, because I don't have to have these things. You know what that does? That then opens up room for more stuff to come your way to be grateful for. But if you're going to be ungrateful, oh, man, let me ask you something. I ain't God. I don't claim to be, but let me ask you something, man. if you're ungrateful for the things we got, if we can't show no gratitude for what we have, why would God give us some more stuff to be ungrateful for? What would he do that for? Man, I blessed you with that. You ain't like that. I gave you this. You ain't said nothing to me about that. You ain't feeling me on this right here. So I tell you what, man, let me stop giving this dude something, because he just over here. He ain't glad for nothing, because if I give him some more, he going to be mad about that too. Ta-da! Anybody feel me right now? So when I say, come on, y'all, dig me now, do you understand why I say dig me? Because I want you to feel me. I want you to understand and come to the understanding. Not saying you ain't, because there's so many people got a deeper understanding than me about this whole thing. I promise you they do. But they listen to me. I'm just trying to get you to walk up in this light, man, so you can go on with your life and quit tripping yourself out with your thoughts, because thoughts become things. All right, all day.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? In full complement, the Steve Harvey Morning Show is in full effect. We would like you to fasten your seatbelts. Do not attempt to adjust your style. Wearing your sunglasses is the law around here, because sunglasses make you feel cool. We are combining the series Pull Up to the Bumper, Baby, and Drive It in Between. We're putting up a series of old songs. Fight the power, fight the powers that be. We are one. Ladies and gentlemen, the Steve Harvey Morning Show, starring Shirley Strawberry.
Hey, Steve.
Carla Farrell.
What in the world? Good morning.
Junior.
Morning, mentor.
Oh, mentor.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, excuse me.
What you think he said?
I wasn't paying attention. I went, wait a minute, hold up, dog. We on the air.
You do know that's one of your jobs. You do that.
Yeah. Jay Anthony.
Watch out there now, Steve Harvey. What's up with you, boy?
Ain't nothing. King of pranks.
Yay, yay. It's Friday, baby. That's what it is.
Man, is it?
What it do?
It's Friday.
Is it?
It is
Yeah, it's
Friday.
Friday.
It's crazy week.
That's what day it is.
Whoa, what a week.
Already?
Yes, thank the good Lord.
Is.
God, it's
Is.
It's really the weekend. Come
Yeah.
on. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
What?
That's the weekend out there?
What you hear?
I said it. Did you hear me say it?
Say what?
Say it again. Watch this. Hold on.
I said it's really the oh, man, I said, y'all heard me, though, didn't you?
Nah.
Shirley, did you hear me?
What did you say?
He said
It's really the weekend. I said it a minute ago.
You say it's really weakness.
The weekend, boy. Shut up,
He
Julie.
said the weekend. That's
Said
what
he
I
wanted
heard.
a wheat sandwich.
So you eating the wheat in?
I said
No,
it.
the
Y'all
weekend
missed
is a movie.
Goodness.
it. He's a rapper.
No, it's the song.
It's a song. Okay.
I don't care.
Oh, no.
What a
you
week.
bad.
So what y'all do last night? What y'all do? What the president do? What's happening?
Ooh, the president.
This same old stupid stuff.
He's still tweeting
He ain't
and
doing
stuff,
nothing. He
you
ain't
know.
changed up now.
He tweeting. Ain't nothing stop.
He tweeting.
Do what he do.
Trying to hold his breath, waiting on his Mueller report.
I don't want him to release it right now. Release it closer to the election. We have to
Around
wait that long.
October
Yeah, because
of 2020.
yeah, because we'll forget. You know, we'll forget. Keep
They're
it
going
top
to
of
change
mind.
the narrative regardless.
Yeah, he's
Nothing I don't care what this Mueller report says. You know what, man? See, the problem is, here's the deal with the Mueller report. The AG, the Attorney General, is not obligated to release the report.
Right.
All he has to do is state the findings. He is a Trump guy. So you think he gonna let y'all read what's all in this thing? This dude gonna release. The Democrats gonna be so mad at him for not revealing the report. I'm telling you, man, it's finna get ugly up in here.
Yes,
But
Well, yeah.
somebody gonna leak it though.
All right. Well, coming up at 32 after the hour, we're going to talk about Jussie Smollett.
Again?
Yeah, we're going to talk about him, and we'll do that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson said that Empire actor Jussie Smollett initially faked a letter using racist and homophobic language. When that didn't get attention, Johnson said Smollett paid two brothers $3,500 to stage the attack because he was dissatisfied with his salary. Take a listen.
So this morning, I come to you not only as the superintendent of the Chicago Police Department, but also as a black man who spent his entire life living in the city of Chicago. I know the racial divide that exists here. I know how hard it's been for our city and our nation to come together. And I also know the disparities, and I know the history. This announcement today recognizes that Empire actor Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. I'm left hanging my head and asking why. Why would anyone, especially an African-American man, use the symbolism of a noose to make false accusations? How could someone look at the hatred and suffering associated with that symbol and see an opportunity to manipulate that symbol to further his own public profile?
Wow.
Wait a minute. So that's
The Chicago Police Superintendent, his name is Eddie Johnson.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is he, because I was working all day, so I haven't seen any news stories. This morning, I'm just new to this. This is a question. Is the policeman saying that's his take on his reasoning? Or does Jussie say that was his reasoning, or they just came to that summation?
Well, Jussie hasn't had his day in court yet. He just turned himself in and posted bond. You know, he had a $100,000 bond, and he posted bond, and he got out, and he went back to work.
I agree with the police officer, but I'm just saying.
Police chief.
The police chief. Was that Jussie's saying that's why he did it?
I think it's based on the evidence that they have presented in front of them.
Yeah,
and this is what the police chief was saying.
So Jussie sent a letter too?
Yeah.
Fake the letter.
He faked the letter. Yeah.
He did the letter first.
He did it all, dog.
Yeah.
He did
Wait
the whole
till you
thing.
see that letter. Woo.
Well, they've been showing it ever since January 29th when this whole thing started. They've been showing the letter. You know, it was letters cut out from a magazine, and then the sprawl that was written in like a child wrote that. So yeah.
Yeah, and
he
the
sent
crushed up white powder was crushed
Yeah.
ibuprofen.
Yeah.
I've talked to all of the past detectives in history, and they don't know why. Kojak has he don't understand why he did this. Columbo, Barnaby Jones, don't nobody understand why he did this. It is really,
well,
it's, go ahead.
The police chief said he was dissatisfied with his salary. He wanted a raise.
$65,000 an episode.
Yeah, he wanted a raise.
How much he make an episode?
$65K.
See,
What?
one more time. See, listen to me.
That's more than people
See,
make
man,
in a year.
you can't say that to regular people.
No, you can't.
I mean, man, you really can't.
say
Like,
that
you're
to me.
dissatisfied. You can't say that to regular people because regular people are going $65,000 a week.
Yeah.
You mean a week? See, you can't say that to everyday folk, man.
Yeah.
One more time. You can't take rich people problems to everyday people and expect sympathy.
Yeah.
Because, hey, man, there's people out here trying to put their kids in school, trying to make rent, trying to balance. They live in check to check. They not understanding that, man.
Yeah.
It was people
Now,
that worked for the government that didn't get a check for 30 days.
Yeah. So
That's
Jussie,
hard, man.
That's true.
he was charged with disorderly conduct, Jussie was, for filing a false police report. He had to give up his passport. He had to post 10% of the $100,000 bail. He told the police during his arrest that he has a drug problem. They asked him, and he said yes, one for which he's never been treated, and that could become...
Well, listen to me. The celebrities, that's the go-to thing.
Yeah, he said ecstasy.
As soon as we do... Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Ecstasy, that's a first
Ecstasy.
for me. Haven't heard that one used before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of people using ecstasy, not as one you need to go get treated for.
Right.
Probably as addictive as anything else. I've just never heard of it that way.
Now, if he were to be convicted, Steve, a drug issue could be a mitigating factor that gets his sentence reduced. You know, his attorneys will probably use that. Jussie is due back in court on March 14th. He will enter his plea then. And you know, the president had to get involved, right? President Trump tweeted at Jussie Smollett, "What about MAGA and the tens of millions of people you insulted with your racist and dangerous comments? Hashtag MAGA."
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't
Should have known that was coming.
I don't think that has affected the Make America Great Again community at all.
No. And like
I
they said,
really
those
don't
people
think.
don't even watch Empire. Come on. Jussie did go to work after court. He went to work after court and reportedly apologized to everyone on the set.
I'm curious what work is like.
And he
I'm really
maintained
curious
his
about work.
innocence. He's still
Well, he said
maintaining-
he didn't do it.
Yeah, he's still maintaining his innocence, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still curious what work is like. You know,
You know
Well,
good
they
hell well
said,
what it's like. He worked with black people.
Why you looking at him
What are you
sideways? I'm
saying?
sure.
What are you saying, Steve?
Man,
He
come
looking
on.
sideways.
You know good and well.
A lot of that.
You talking about twist mouth? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yes, that.
A lot of
I
what,
mean, it's
Shay?
a lot of perched
Here he
lips.
come.
No. Here this. Here come this.
Look who back.
Lucius Lines over there.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, glad you're back. Yeah.
You want a sandwich? It's at the crafts table.
I do think he needs some sort of treatment or something.
Some counseling.
Yeah,
I agree.
something, therapy, something. Yeah.
He has to get that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm hoping happens to the young kid. Probation, therapy, community service, and a fine. I think that his counsel would be happy with that.
Plea deal.
Jail time does nothing for him.
Locks him up.
All right, we have to go. We'll revisit that. Coming up next, it is the nephew with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, more on Jussie Smollett. And Kirk Franklin will be our special guest. Haven't heard from him in a while. Yeah, be nice to talk to him. But right now, it is the nephew in the building with today's Run That Prank Back. What you got, Neff?
Wedding in Jamaica. Oh, I did another one. I got that W. Wedding in Jamaica. There it is. Let's run it.
Nailed it.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Ivan, please.
He's not in at the moment. This is Janice. Can I help you?
My name is Mark. I'm calling from travel agency.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I actually have some information for him. He just finished paying his last payment as far as you all's trip. Now, you guys are getting married, going on a honeymoon. Is that right?
Right. Next month,
Well,
April.
congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, listen, I got your information for you, and I wanted to make sure the mailing address was correct so I could mail you guys flight tickets out as well as a few forms and things like that, so you guys would be pretty much well taken care of.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Are you pretty excited about this?
Oh, I'm excited. Very excited. I can't tell you.
Okay, good. Well, I'll tell you what. In April, I tell you, Jamaica, Queens is going to be a great place. The snow will have burned off by then, and it'll be pretty much the summer coming around, you know?
Snow? Jamaica, Queens? No, we're going to Ocho Rios in Jamaica. You know, the islands, the water.
Wait.
There's no snow.
Okay, well, hang on. I've been working with Ivan on this for quite some time. I actually have you guys booked to go to Jamaica, Queens.
No, there has to be some sort of mistake because we're going to Ocho Rios. So,
okay, but that's not what I have. I have Jamaica, Queens. I have New York.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, you're wrong. I don't know if you pulled up the wrong person.
No,
wrong
you're Ivan and Janice, right?
I'm sorry?
Ivan and Janice, and you guys are going out the second weekend in April. Is that correct?
That's correct, but we're going to Ocho Rios.
No,
Blue
I have
Water,
you guys
sun.
scheduled for Jamaica, Queens.
There's a problem then because I'm not getting married there. Love New York, but I'm not getting married there. So what do we need to do?
I don't know what to do at this point right now, Miss Janice.
I need you to figure that out because I'm getting married next month.
And I understand
that.
I understand that. But I have worked diligently with your fiance, so to speak, and I got you guys scheduled for Jamaica, Queens. I have the hotels booked. I have your ground
Apparently
transportation
somebody
taken care of.
dropped
I
the
have your
ball,
flight
and I
tickets.
know it was not Ivan. I know it was not him. Love New York, but that's not where I'm getting married.
I understand. I understand what you're saying now. Okay. I'm letting you know, because you're raising your voice at me. I'm letting you know that Ivan has scheduled this, and you guys are scheduled in Jamaica, Queens.
Okay. You don't let me know where I'm getting married. We've written you checks, so I need you to correct the problem. And I will continue to raise my voice until you or somebody at your wherever you are, corrects the problem.
Listen,
I'm getting married in Ocho Rios. Rios.
I have scheduled you. Okay.
You're not gonna yell at me.
I'm gonna try. I'm trying to keep my composure.
You've already messed up my reservations, and now you're yelling at me.
No, I'm not yelling at you. I'm trying to keep my composure. Now, I've been working with your fiance, and it's been Jamaica, Queens all.
We're done. I need to talk to your superior. I'm sorry. We spent way too much money. I'm getting married next month, and you're calling and telling me that I need somebody else on the phone.
Okay.
I need somebody else on the phone, or you need to tell me where you are, because I'm ready to come where you. Where are you?
If you give me a moment, I'm pulling up to see if I can get some flights out to Ocho Rios, okay?
Okay. I do not believe this last minute. Oh, I told him to go. Oh, my God.
Okay, ma'am, the flights are completely booked that week. Well,
you need to make something happen.
Unless you want to get a private jet for $50,000 or $60,000, ma'am, there's no way I can get you in or out of Ocho Rios.
We've already paid you $. Make it happen. You need to make something happen, okay? I'm being nice. You don't want to talk to Ivan, so trust me, you need to make something happen. Get back on your little computer, call somebody else in the room that can handle it.
I'll continue to sit here and try to be nice with you and tell you. You continue to raise your voice at me. Now you're using profanity at me. Your is going to Jamaica, Queens.
Listen to me. It was your job to take care of transportation for us to get from the U.S. to Ocho Rios, from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. However that's supposed to happen, you were supposed to handle it. And I
handled it. Your man said you guys were going to Jamaica, Queens, and that's what I took for. Now, maybe he said...
I never said Jamaica, Queens. We were very clear, and I know he was very clear. I'm being very clear right now. If you just listen to me, you have one job. How you screwed that up, I do not know, but I need you to make it happen.
It's not going to happen. You're going to Jamaica, Queen. Maybe you are his queen, and he's taking you to Jamaica, but that's not how he said it.
Listen, you simple I'm not getting married in New York. You understand me? Don't mention New York one more time in this conversation. I swear. Do not mention New York.
Why am I not going to mention New York when that is the actual ticket I have you scheduled for?
Because you screwed that up, and you can ready to correct it. Get on the computer and correct it. Figure it out. Your job is, listen to me, your job is from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. Focus on that. Work it out. Make it happen.
Man, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you, okay?
I need you, first of all, to stop yelling at me. What the kind of customer service do you people think this is? I asked you earlier in this conversation to get somebody else on the phone if you cannot help me. Now, what I need you to do is figure out how you going to get me from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay, and I'm not getting on a boat. Don't bring up boats. Don't bring up New York. I need you to work this out. Don't tell me where I'm going to spend my honeymoon.
You're going to spend your honeymoon in Jamaica, Queens, New York. Your fiance made a mistake. I'm not going to pay for the mistake, okay? And I don't have a flight available to put you on. How can we fix something like there's no flights available?
Gets home. Do you hear me? Are you listening to me?
I can't work it out. I've already told you there's nothing available. Can you get it through your idiotic head?
Did you just call me idiot? Look, I need you to get somebody else on this phone. I promise you I'm about to reach through this phone and snatch you up by your neck. Who the hell are you talking to me like this?
This is the kind of service you get when you make mistakes and don't know where the hell you want to go.
We didn't make a mistake, and we know exactly where we want to go, and you are not listening to me. Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. Do you understand?
I understand one thing. Here's something I need you to understand. Are you listening to me?
Yes, what?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your girlfriend, Cindy, who is your matron of honor.
God, this is not funny. This is not funny at all. I'm married next month. Oh, my God. My hands are shaking. Oh, my God. Do you know if I could have found you? Oh, my God. I'm going to kick her.
Was I wrong for that?
Not at all.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Be quiet, Team Tommy.
You know,
Was I
Jamaicans
wrong?
go 0 to 60 real fast. Real fast.
I'm just trying to keep it stupid. I'll be
having some
stupid
fun.
tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. West Palm Beach, Florida. The nephew is here. I am already here, and it's going down. Here at the Improv, baby. There's a few tickets left. 2 shows tonight, 2 tomorrow, and 1 on Sunday. West Palm Beach, Florida.
Hey, listen, coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news. We'll have more on Jussie Smollett, and Kirk Franklin will be our very special guest right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Kirk Franklin is standing by. He'll be our special guest in about 3 minutes or so, guys. So hang on for that. Yes.
Hurry up.
But first, Jussie Smollett is out on bond now after he staged an attack based on his salary dissatisfaction. In documents that were filed for his bond hearing, prosecutors dropped a mountain of evidence against Jussie. Prosecutors say that after he received that racist and homophobic letter last month, he texted Abel Asandaro saying, might need your help on the low. You around to meet up and talk face to face? Well, they met on January 25th. And
Who was that?
That's one of the African guys.
Oh, okay.
Ola and Abel. Those are their names. Anyway, they met on January 25th, talked in Jussie's car about staging the attack. Abel's brother, Ola, was then enlisted, and Jussie gave the brothers a $100 bill to buy the needed supplies for the fake attack. Then on January 27th, this is according to prosecutors now,
Ooh, this a low-budget crime.
the trio, that's Jussie and the two brothers, drove around Chicago to scout locations. Jussie
That
then
looks like a good place there to beat him up.
Hey, man, when you hire somebody, you're supposed to hire somebody that's experts at what they do.
Right.
I'm not talking about for crime. I'm just talking about overall.
Yeah, just,
Right.
Yeah.
So when you got to hire somebody and drive around, pick out the spot for him, get him the 100.
Yeah, he's too involved.
God,
Yeah.
clearly
All
this
trace
ain't
back
what
to
you
him.
do, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How about that spot over there? That is a good spot.
But you know the
Much
lesson
like-
I've learned in all this?
What?
Not to do that.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple. Yeah,
That's
I
it.
just learned that. Well, I ain't finna stage no damn crime.
Yeah.
No.
How about in front
Yeah,
of
too much
Harold's
work
Chicken?
going in.
Too many
I done
black
had too many real ass whoopings
I
before.
hate Jay.
You know, I've had people jump on me for real. I ain't finna reenact that.
Yeah. But then he also handed them a $3,500 check as payment.
What?
A
No,
check.
no, that
people.
wasn't payment,
Who
Shirley.
and Oink used to be.
That's
over that
evidence.
place. I like that.
Trail,
Get it right.
paper
That's
trail.
evidence.
I hate Jay.
Yeah.
Police say that at 12:49 a.m. on January 29th, the day of the incident, Jussie called the brothers to tell them the attack would happen at 2 a.m. Jussie told the police during his arrest that he has a drug problem, one for which he's never been treated. And it goes on and on. Jussie
So this
went
dope. This dope. That's what this is.
well, I mean, I'm sure they'll use that.
Okay, but he's maintaining his innocence.
Yeah.
How, I don't understand.
So he's not saying he did something wrong at all.
Well, he'll have his day in court March 14th, and
I
then
got
he'll
that.
enter
Yeah.
his
He not
plea, and we'll
saying-
see.
Hey, man, let me tell you
He
something.
ain't
This brother
admitting
need-
to this.
Brother,
No.
listen to me. This March 14th, this going to be a long 2 weeks, 3 weeks for him, man.
Yeah.
What about Trump Towers? There are no black people there.
If you say one more location. He returned to work today, and reportedly he apologized to everyone on the set. So
Yeah, that was last night. He apologized.
So
to
Terrence
What did he
Howard ain't looking at him
apologize for?
sideways.
Yeah.
That's what y'all saying.
Can
Terrence
use
ain't looking
the
at him
code
sideways.
name
What did
at
he
all.
apologize?
Kente and Mufasa. That's
Okay,
how
guys, he apologized for what, Shirley?
he apologized for putting them through this, for all of that. He just because the mess.
embarrassing the show.
Yeah,
and,
because of this whole
everything.
mess. He apologized for it. Yeah. All right, Steve, we're going to switch gears here and bring in a family
Let me
member.
do it. All right, y'all, as promised, joining us this morning, special guest, he's our brother, family member. Listen to me, 14-time Grammy Award winner, songwriter, producer, the host of Sunday's Best on BET, got a brand new single that we will hear today. Also has a music and arts festival to tell us about. Oh, it's on and cracking. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while. Give it up for the Kirk Franklin.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Beautiful people. Beautiful
Good
people.
morning.
Beautiful people, man. It's an honor to talk to y'all, man. Wow.
Man, boy, we love you, man. Come on.
Yes, we do.
No, man. Y'all been there since I had shoulder pads and S-curls, so, you know.
Not the S-curl.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all remember them jackets from the 90s?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I remember
Members
when
only.
you, hey, Kirk, I remember when you had that fake Versace shirt.
You ain't got to tell people my joint was fake, though,
Kirk, I had the same shirt.
Oh, man. But, well, there it is, y'all.
Yeah.
It was fake.
Yeah.
Man, so how's everybody doing, man? Thank y'all for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, this is good. Hey, man, let's talk about this because this is ought to be good, man. Your new single is called Love Theory. It's available now digitally. Love Theory is an up-tempo R&B melody. It has an up-tempo R&B melody with your classic.
Man, Steve be
lyrics.
reading that paper, boy. Steve be reading them papers.
Yeah, you know, I'm reading this.
You can
Hey, man, can't you tell? Because that ain't even how I talk.
I know.
It is, has a up-tempo
Steve.
R&B
and
melody.
And it got drums.
Man. All right,
man.
Yeah, look, hey man, you got a new jam out. It's called Love Theory. Tell us.
Yeah,
about
man. And I hope that when y'all hear it, I hope y'all will enjoy it. But if y'all always tell me the truth, so it's like I really want to know how y'all feel about it, man. And y'all know just my agenda in the world is I'm trying to bring light in darkness. That's all I'm trying to do, man. Just trying to get people to see that something is bigger than what they're facing right now. You dig? And so,
wow.
That's my mission on the planet.
Listen, everybody, y'all stay right here. When we come back, we playing Love Theory.
Okay.
Kirk Franklin's new hit. When we come back.
And then they're gonna tell me what they think.
Dog, we in the hit picking business over here.
Yes, sir.
Kirk, me and you in the same room, we ain't never missed.
Thank you, brother.
We ain't missed. So right after this, y'all, Kirk Franklin's coming back, and we're gonna hear the new cut, Love Theory, right after this on Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, so we're back with our very special guest. He's our family, though. It's been a minute, but
Kirk
he's still
Franklin.
family. Yeah, Kirk.
In the building.
Man. Oh, wow, man. This is an honor. Thank y'all.
All right, it's time, man. We're about to hear the new one. It's called Love Theory. Tell us a little bit about it, Kirk.
Yeah, man, I think that the world is deficient of the ingredient of love when you see just the lack of love and compassion that we're having with each other. And it's hard to have love for people you don't know or don't like when you try to get rid of the love giver. And so when you see a culture that is absent of God, who is the originator of love, it's going to be very hard to love people that don't look like you, the people that don't act like you. And so we become limited in our capacity to love our enemies, to love people that hurt us, to love people that don't vote like us and think like us. And so to be able to be the people that we were created to be, we've got to get back to the creator of love and to realize that we were loved. And so when you remember how much you were loved, then it's easy to give that love to somebody else.
Amen. Yes.
Run again, baby.
Hits maker.
Yes, sir.
Boy.
We'll have more with Kirk Franklin.
Nobody but you.
Right after this. We'll be back right after this.
Love nobody but you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Our friend, our family member, Kirk Franklin, our very special guest. We just had the world exclusive premiere, Steve, of Kirk's brand new song called Love Theory.
Love Theory, available on digital, right? Listen to me. Let's quit playing with this.
Come on.
Now, it's available now. The new single that you just heard, Love Theory, it's available now digitally. Digitally, you can get it now. So is that iTunes, Kirk?
Man, that's everything. That's every platform. Spotify.
No, it's real to
Tidal.
real. Yes, a CD.
I don't get nothing. I don't know what when they say that, I don't know what they didn't invent. See,
That's how we play
Spotify,
music.
I don't even know what that is.
Steve.
I play music
Google
on the
Play,
radio.
all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking to somebody got albums. Hey man, it's out now. Digitally, everybody. Steve Harvey Nation, y'all know you need something in your life, man, make you feel good. Something you can bop to and still get some help from it. Love's Theory, Kirk Franklin. We're going to go now. We're going to run it up the chart. We're going to make it number one right now.
This is
right now. Steve Harvey Nation, go Kirk Franklin. If he's ever meant anything to you,
Yes,
if he done ever lifted your spirits, time.
Yes,
Come on.
Lord. He's able.
Time.
Woo, he's able.
If one of these jams and came on right in the nick of time, when you would think about doing something real ignorant.
Brighter day.
Hello, Melodies from Heaven.
Rain down on me.
Something
Boy.
about the name of Jesus.
With Rance Allen.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Something.
So one of these cuts.
I'd rather have Jesus
Woo.
than
Silver and gold.
and gold.
Yes,
Huh?
sir. Yes, sir.
Smile.
Woo.
Because I want to be happy. That's why you need to
And when you
smile.
get through smiling and being happy, guess what? Stone. Stone is stone.
One of these cuts that mattered to you.
Come
Come on, man.
It's Kirk Franklin.
Melodies from heaven.
Come on, man.
Rain down on me.
Yes, sir.
Rain down on me.
That's wonderful singing.
Steve, we got to talk about
Hey,
Sunday
we gotta
Best.
talk
before,
about nothing.
Before we run out of time.
We need to
Sunday
play this
Best
jam. Okay.
is coming back. Crazy.
What is the angle?
Yes. Kirk, please tell us about Sunday Best. It's coming back.
Yay.
Sunday Best is coming back.
Uh-huh. We've missed
Sunday
it.
Best. Sunday Best. Who is that singing? Is that somebody still singing?
The crazy man.
Just
Just go on, Kirk.
I'm sorry, Kirk.
Quiet, Steve.
I'm sorry.
Singing your song.
They used to me. They keeps talking. Go ahead, Kirk.
Yeah, man, Sunday Best is coming back, y'all. After a 4-year hiatus, man, it's coming back, and it's going to be bigger, stronger. And Steve, your boy Jussie Collins, his team is doing the
Ooh, you
production.
scared me right there.
Oh, yeah?
You scared me, boy. I'm glad you put Collins on there. Go ahead. My bad.
Come on, Kirk. So, what about Jussie Collins? Shout out to Jussie Collins, by the way.
Yeah, get your Jessies right.
Yeah, Jussie.
Collins with a C.
Come on, Kirk.
Oh boy, this is an interesting one.
You know where you call. You know what show you called in. You do
We
know
sell,
that.
hey,
Oh, man, I'm calling
we
it
sell
to the
albums
best.
on this one right here, though.
I'm calling it to the best, man. But yes,
You know he
Sunday
on the
Best-
front porch. You know that.
Sunday Best is coming back, y'all. Please tune in and watch. It's coming back this summer, man, and it's going to be better and doper and stronger, man. I'm excited about it, and because all of y'all know some of the best singers come from the whole church community, man. So there's no singing in the world like gospel singing. So.
Kirk, we love you so much. We're so glad you're back.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
do.
for
Thank y'all,
Love
man.
Theory.
Congratulations, Kirk.
Thank you on everything. Thank you for
Yo, man, I love y'all, man. Tell y'all friend I love him when he come back to the
Hey,
mic.
man, I'm right here. Hey, and on this new album he got, we gonna put Melodies from Heaven on that too.
Remix.
A dip from your hip, from your past that will last. Hey, y'all, once again, it's called Love Theory. Everybody right now, go and download it right now. Put him #1 on the charts. Thank you, Kurt. Love you, boy.
Man, I love y'all, man. I love y'all.
I love Kurt.
Coming up next, it is the nephew with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. This one's interesting. The subject, a quickie that will last a lifetime.
What?
A quickie that will last a lifetime.
I ain't never had one.
It's not what you think. Not what you think.
Right now, if it is, what I think can't be true.
It might be true, though, because you haven't heard the letter.
No, it ain't not what I'm talking about.
But right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. You'll see. Just hang on.
As soon as it's over.
Okay,
it's
Shirley, is Kurt gone?
Yes, and why?
Y'all show Kurt gone.
Yes, he's gone. We said bye.
Okay, cool. Here go the prank. Weed in the church van.
Oh, no wonder you asked.
Y'all show Kurt gone.
I'm glad you asked, though, Tom.
Come on. Huh?
It's weed.
That's what I said. Weed in the church van. Here it is. Run it.
Nailed it.
Hello?
I'm trying to reach Dan. Brother Dan.
Hold on. Let me cut my TV down.
I'm trying to reach Brother Dan.
Oh, this is
okay. Yeah, this Brother Scott from the church, from Bethel Baptist.
Oh, hello, brother.
Dan, I call you. I'm trying to get a little information about the church van. What's your schedule? You drive the church van. What's your schedule?
I drive it Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays.
Okay, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Now Sunday, what is that schedule?
Oh, well, Sunday I usually start about 8 o'clock in the morning, probably a little earlier, depending on some of the elderly people that I have to go pick up and bring to the church. Make sure they get there okay and get situated and make sure they're on time for the service and whatnot.
Okay, and then you take them back home after service is over?
Yes, I try to get all of them back home unless they got family members or something that come up there and meet them up there and want to take them to dinner or something afterwards. But I usually get everybody back home.
Okay. Now, this past Sunday, which is part of the reason why I'm calling you, they saying that some of the church members that was on the van this Sunday, they are complaining, saying that that the church van was smelling like weed when they got on there.
Excuse me?
They say the church van was smelling like weed when they got on there, and you are the person that was driving them.
Oh, no, not the van that I'm driving. I ain't smoke weed in no van.
Do you smoke weed?
No, I don't smoke weed. I mean, not currently. I mean, I have before, but I don't smoke weed now. And I wouldn't smoke weed before picking some people up to go to no church. Now, where are you getting this from? Who told you this?
Well, all I know is what's come down the pipeline is they saying that a couple of the members came complaining saying
this just happened last week about this pipeline. I want to know who the pipeline is because just last week they came at me talking about that I was using the van to go places that I wanted to go to on my personal time. Now, I don't do that. I don't do stuff like that. Now, I done had a past, I done had a history, but I don't do stuff like that, and I wouldn't smoke in no church van. So are you seriously talking?
What we're trying to get to the bottom of it and see what's going on with you.
Well, which elderly person said it? Do you know which one?
I don't know.
They love me. Every Sunday, them people tell me they love me. They say I'm one of the most respectful young gentlemen they've ever met in their life. And so I really find it hard to believe that you getting these type of complaints about me.
Okay, well, one of them says smell like ooh-wee. I don't know what that means or nothing like that.
Look, brother, now, I don't know you too well, and I know you don't know me, but I've been driving this van as a point to try to change my life and where I come from. So this was something that I wanted to volunteer, even though I'm getting paid, to give my time to do this for the church. And now this is like the second instance where y'all done came at me on some stuff about like I'm trying to do something with this van. Now, why would I disrespect the church van by smoking weed in it and then letting the weed stay in there so other people could smell it?
Okay, so let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go out here to the church van today. We're going to go out here today and open it up. Now, if we see any seeds or anything around the driver's seat, then we're gonna definitely have a finger pointing.
You gonna open the van up, man? I was raised in that church, man. My mama go to that church. My grandma, she go to that church. She the reason we even all at that church. And you think I'm gonna mess up their name by driving around in a van full of elderly people smoking some weed?
Then why do it smell like weed, brother Dan?
I don't know why the van smell like weed, man. Now, I don't got the answers to these questions. I'm just trying to tell you that it wasn't me.
Did you have some weed in your pocket and maybe it was just smelling?
I ain't had no weed on me. Stop trying to say like I had weed on me. And you ain't gonna give me nothing. I ain't had no and I ain't had no weed on me, okay? Now you ain't gonna mess up my name or my family's name in this church and disrespect us like this. Now we've been helping this church for years, and I'm trying to tell you that I ain't riding around in no van smoking no weed with no elderly people. Did you ask any of the elderly people if they had any weed on them?
No, we didn't. No, I didn't think about no elderly people having no weed.
So you just assume it's me? What, one of them got glaucoma or something?
What? You know what? You know who I think? You know who I think the weed belonged to?
Who?
I think the weed belonged to nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
What the heck? Man.
Damn, you just got pranked. Oh my God. You just got pranked. What is his name? His name is brother Lawrence.
Oh my God.
Larry, they call him Larry, but his name is Lawrence.
Oh man, I know exactly. Man, tell Larry he in trouble with me. I'm gonna hit him with the van.
Oh man. Hey, I got one more thing to ask you, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Man, Steve Harvey Morning Show, man. Y'all got me.
Man, go on rest, man. Go on and chill out the rest of the day.
I'll try, man. I know I ain't gonna smoke no weed.
Y'all got it. Come on now. Come on.
I got it now after I heard it. It's weed in the church van. Not weed in the church van. I thought he said weed in the church van. I got it now.
I said weed, boy. Weed.
I got
weed.
Why not?
That's good, Tom.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Please.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Please.
So it seems like the concern was the pronunciation of weed, not the subject of the prank.
Nobody cared about that.
That's what I got.
Nobody cared about what was in the band. They didn't care about that.
Oh, okay, wow. Shirley. You see my print?
I definitely do.
Okay.
Hey, tonight, tomorrow.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Oh, Lord.
What was wrong with the pronunciation of what he said?
Nothing. Nothing, Jay.
I didn't hear anything wrong with it.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much, brother.
Team Tommy.
Team Tommy all the time, baby.
You can get that off of YouTube. Weed in the church. I will be in West Palm Beach tonight. 2 shows tonight. 2 tomorrow and 1 on Sunday. Few tickets left, and they're going like hotcakes in Arlington. That's Dallas, baby. Yeah, at the Improv in Arlington. That's next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The nephew will be there. Tickets on sale right now. What?
I can't wait for him to go to Wisconsin.
What? I'm loving it. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you people living my best life.
Steve, you all right? You're awfully quiet right now.
I'm fine. I told you, I don't associate with him on there.
Oh, okay.
Because I never know when you're this quiet. If you're proud, if you're mad.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I'm finna make you proud this weekend, boy. I'm finna tell you, I'm finna make you proud this weekend. I ain't lying to you. I'm finna act a doggone fool.
All right. Thank you, nephew. Up next, it is the Strawberry Letter subject, a quickie that will last a lifetime. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it's time now for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, Please, please, please submit your strawberry letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. And guess what? We could be reading your letter live on the air on the Steve Harvey Morning Show right here, right now.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the strawberry letter.
Subject, a quickie that will last a lifetime. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 38-year-old single mom, and my daughter is a sophomore at a local college. She lives on campus, but she comes home to wash clothes on the weekends. She had been dating an upperclassman, and I wanted to meet him, so she brought him over to the house a few weeks ago. As soon as she and the guy walked in, I could not believe how fine this young man was. He is a 22-year-old senior, and he's 6'2" with creamy chocolate skin. He has his head on straight, and he plans to go to graduate school next summer. I could not keep my eyes off him. The second time my daughter brought him to the house, she had to run to the store to get some fabric softener, and although the guy offered to go for her, she told him that she'd go. So then it's just me and the guy alone. And he told me that he's been hoping my daughter would let him come back to the house with her so he could see me again. I told him I felt the same way, and I could not wait to see him again, too. We ended up in each other's arms, kissing first, and then we went all the way on the floor of my living room. It was a quickie, but it was amazing. My daughter returned, and we all laughed and talked while she washed her clothes. The guy broke up with my daughter later that week, and my daughter took it quite well. Now he's calling and texting me, but I have an even bigger issue. I just found out that I'm pregnant, and I have not told anyone yet. I dread telling my daughter and our small judgmental family. I don't even know how this guy would react because he's got plans for his life that don't include a child. How should I tell him I'm pregnant with his baby? Please help. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You, mama, are just vile. I mean, this is really foul what you did. I mean, I say that, well, you know why I'm saying this. You know why. You premeditated this whole situation. You wanted this to happen. You couldn't wait for him to come back over. In the first paragraph, you're talking about how fine he is and all that. You allowed this to happen. You welcomed it. You encouraged it. You didn't even care enough about your daughter you just did it right there on the living room floor? What if she had walked in on you guys? Then what? I just think this is horrible. And then 3, you didn't even protect yourself, and now a baby is coming into this mess. I just think it's selfish of you. I think it's disgusting of you. I don't think you're a mom. I don't know a true mother that would do this to her own daughter. I just don't. I mean, you don't sound remorseful at all. You talk about how you guys laughed and talked after she came back. I mean, you don't think you've done anything wrong here? I don't see anything funny about this situation. So I guess you won't be asking for her forgiveness anytime soon. And how should you tell him that you're pregnant with his baby? You're going to have to tell him. You're going to have to answer some of these texts, and you're going to have to do something. I mean, you're going to have to at least sit your daughter down and let her know. But a baby's coming. You can't deny this. Steve?
I'm confused. I'm so confused with this letter. Did I miss something in this letter? Because I don't understand the timeline at all. A guy walks in. I couldn't believe how fine this young man was. He's 22. He's a senior, creamy skin, planning to graduate. I couldn't keep my eyes off him. The second time my daughter brought him to the house, as soon as she and the guy walked in, I couldn't believe how fine he was. Okay, 6'2". I couldn't keep my eyes off. The second time my daughter brought him to the house, she had to run to the store to get some fabric softener.
Yeah.
And the guy offered to go with her. She told him that she'd go. Since it's just me and him alone, he told me he'd been hoping my daughter would let him come back to the house with her so he could see me again. I told him I felt the same way. We ended up in each other's arms kissing first, then we went all the way on the floor in my living room. It was a quickie, but it was amazing. My daughter returned. We all laughed and talked. The guy broke up with my daughter later that week. Now, listen to me. They met a few weeks ago. The next time they come over, they in each other's arms kissing.
He and the mom.
Right. Later that week, the daughter broke up with the boy.
The boy broke up with her.
Whatever.
They broke up, yeah.
The guy broke up later that week, and my daughter took it quite well. Now he's calling to text me, but I have it even bigger. I just found out I'm pregnant. How? What? When?
But Steve, I don't understand what your confusion is.
No, I'm missing the time frame. She writes this letter. Last week, they hooked up. Later that week, he came over.
They did it.
They had sex.
Yeah.
Now she write the letter. How's she pregnant already?
Because they did it, and they didn't have any. I don't understand what your
must have took a
issue
pregnancy
is.
test, and she knows, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
She could have been supposed to come on her cycle and didn't, and she would be pregnant.
No, guys. I'm talking about the time frame. The week that she came over. This just happened a couple weeks ago.
Well,
then
they
they came back the next
so
week.
that's 2 weekends. If she comes home to wash her clothes on the weekends.
Okay, listen to me. She came over, then they came over later again that week. They had sex, right?
Yes. It was just a quickie, yeah.
When did she write this letter?
Well, it doesn't have a date in it, Steve. That is not the issue. The issue is she's pregnant with her daughter's boyfriend.
It was the issue with me because I'm trying to figure out if you read the letter. Anyway. I don't get it, man.
You think it's too soon for her to know that she's pregnant for sure?
According to this letter, based on the timeline, I'm so confused.
Well, we just have to go by what she's saying here. You know, she's pregnant by this guy.
I would have to question if it's this guy.
Well, okay.
Man. Because it seems like just to me, the timeline of this letter doesn't lead to you coming up saying, I don't see a month in this letter.
Okay, you know, it only takes a couple of seconds to get, I mean, it doesn't
No,
take...
Shirley, I'm not talking about that. I don't know. I see 2 weeks in this letter. I don't see no more time.
Okay.
That's all I see in the letter is all I'm saying.
All right, well, hang on, okay? We're going to come back with part 2 of your response at 23 after the hour. Subject of today's Strawberry Letter, a quickie that will last a lifetime. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject, a quickie that will last a lifetime.
This is the worst. A quickie, this 38-year-old single mom, daughter's a sophomore in college, brings his boy home. She finally meets the boy. She's dating upper class. He 22, 6'2", with creamy chocolate skin. Got his head on straight, plans to graduate school next summer. You couldn't keep your eyes off of him. So you couldn't keep your eyes off your daughter, man. The second time my daughter brought him to the house, she had to run to the store, get some fabrics off. And although the guy offered to go for her, she told him she'd go. Then it's just me and the guy alone. He told me he'd been hoping my daughter would bring me back to the house with her so he could see me again. I told him I felt the same way, and I couldn't wait to see him again. They ended up on the floor screwing. That's all this is, in the living room. It was a quickie, but it was amazing. Your daughter came back. We all laughed and talked while she washed her clothes. The guy broke up with my daughter later that week. That same week. My daughter took it quite well. Now he's calling and texting me, but you got a bigger problem? I just found out I'm pregnant. And I haven't told anyone yet. Who you gonna tell? I dread telling my daughter and our small judgmental family. Judgmental?
That's what you're worried
Lady,
about?
do you know what you did?
Yeah.
You slept with your daughter's man, who ain't his man no more, her man no more. But then she says, I don't even know how this guy would react because he's got plans for his life that don't include a child. He ain't got no money for no child. You don't know his last name. And I'm telling you right now, he ain't going to be happy. He not finna go make no life with you.
22.
You 38. He don't want no life with you. All he wanted from you, he got. Now, he might fall through a couple more times, just, sow some more wild oats. He 22. How should I tell him I'm pregnant with his baby? What?
That's so crazy.
You finna throw this boy, you finna find out how much a boy he is. I tell you, just go and tell him you pregnant with his baby.
Watch this.
Watch how he gonna get to deny that. First of all, he gonna swear him down in his baby. He gonna say, we only been together once, and it wasn't nothing but once, and it wasn't about nothing then. Watch
Poor
this.
Baby.
Now you got to take a paternity test and drag him down there. And he got to take one. Now, let's suppose it is his baby.
Well,
let's suppose.
I think it is.
Well, I mean, Shirley, it's nothing to say. If you do it this fast with one person, this ain't the first time you've done this now. You don't wait to 38 to get tricky.
Say the new skill you learned.
Ah, hell no. Hell no. You've done this before.
I'm just so mad that
Oh,
you did it
this
to her
ain't the
daughter.
this ain't the first time you've been tricky. So I can assure you, I don't really think this is her first time doing nothing like that. Of course, it's the first time she messed over on her daughter. But she done met a guy before and had this hot, passionate moment. So I'm just saying, where else who was she seeing before the boy walked into the house?
Who, the mom?
Yeah, because she got to be kind of jazzy now for a 22-year-old to go, man, I couldn't wait to come back over here to see you.
Yeah, and she's only 38. That's young. I mean, she's vile.
Man, that's low down, lady.
Yeah, and then they laughed and talked. What?
After it was over?
Yeah, I mean, after her daughter came back, they laughed and talked. While she washed her clothes.
While she washed clothes. That's so crazy, man. I'm going to tell you, man, that's just so crazy. That's low down. You know what, man? It makes all of us who have had great mothers appreciate them even more.
Yeah, this is not a normal behavior for a mom. It just isn't.
That's not at all.
You're doing stuff like this. You don't use any protection? This is craziness. Everything about this letter is
washing machine that doesn't go around. It doesn't take.
I don't know who this dude is.
Everything about this letter is crazy.
I don't understand it at all. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, no protection?
None. And then my daughter returned, and we all laughed and talked while she washed her clothes. That's the line.
The low down.
Yeah,
and you know what? I have no advice for this woman.
None.
On how do I tell your daughter? Because I don't know how you're going to tell her. First of all, you having to tell her this right there is low down on every level. But your daughter is not going to understand this.
At all,
I
Steve.
promise you your daughter not going to go, oh, okay, Mom, that's cool, I'm winning. Oh, I'm going to have a little brother. No, I promise you she not. She going to be tripping, as she should. I mean, you going to mess your trust up with your daughter. It's gone.
It's done. Yeah, it's done.
Gone. And probably if she listened to this show or anybody around her, it ain't going to be hard to figure out it's you.
He told me he couldn't wait to come back to the house so he could see me again. I told him I felt the same way, and I could not wait to see him again.
You know what? If you would have said, okay, sure, let's act this scene out. I'm the guy, and you the wife.
Okay, the 38-year-old woman.
Yeah, you the 38. Hey, Miss Tatum. I'm glad.
Hey, Roger.
I'm glad she brought me by here, because you know what? Man, I just wanted to see you.
Oh, my God, I'm so glad you said that. I've been holding it in and holding it in. I'm so glad. I feel the same way.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I mean, it was like automatic.
Yes.
Shirley, you done went all the way. Now we in the flow. I'll be damned.
I'm getting to the letter.
Yeah, we in the flow already.
With her fast self.
She said he was fine, didn't she? 6'2".
Boy,
creamy chocolate skin.
Can't believe it.
What we waiting for?
The reenactment was the same as the damn letter.
Let Jay be your lady from now on.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know, right? All right, listen, guys, we do have to get out of here. Instagram us or email us your thoughts on today. I want to get to that part, right?
So fast.
Shirley been fast her whole life.
Anyway.
Miss Tatum, button your damn top up.
hate him, though. All right, look. Email us or Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM. Coming in 10 minutes, Cardi B has Khloe Kardashian's back when we come back right after this. Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
According to E! News, as fans well know, Khloe Kardashian has officially called it quits with basketball pro Tristan Thompson. This is amid allegations that he cheated on her with Khloe's little sister Kylie's best friend, Jordan Woods. Well, Cardi B, that's our girl. She's speaking out and wondering why would Jordan do such a thing. Cardi B has been through a lot, we all know, and she's having she's faced such personal strife in public spotlight too, with her and Offset going through their thing, leaving room for critics to comment. But Cardi B spoke out against those very people in a recent Instagram Live, condemning those who are finding fun in Khloe's pain. Take a listen.
I think everybody been in those shoes. Like, I've been through it, friends been through it, family been through it. A lot of y'all been through it. That's why y'all always commenting under comments like, I would never allow a man to do that to me. That happened to me. A lot of y'all be saying, a lot of y'all say because y'all been through some like that. So why is it that y'all laugh and live, I live for another woman's pain? You know what I'm saying? Like me, when I'm sad, when my heart is broken, I look at my baby and I get even more sad. And it could be on a day that I'm just tired and I just be so sad. And I look at my baby and I just get more sad. So it's like, imagine how Shorty feeling looking at her baby right now. Her heart broken.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
that was heartfelt.
It's like I can really understand this sister, man, because you know what, y'all, we just, I was one of Kevin Hart's posts about a week ago was talking about, man, why we so hateful towards one another? Yeah. Why is our whole ambition and demise is to bring another person down? I mean, man, we only, that social media thing, those trolls, they only look for the bad, laughing at it. I'll never let nobody do me like that. Let? What do you mean let? Hey, man, nobody lets anything. It's called life. It's going to happen to all of us. You will not escape life without life happening to you.
Right.
If you wake up, life is coming. Setbacks, challenges, heartbreaks, grief, hurt, pain.
Yeah.
It's
Cheating,
all
infidelity,
death,
come on.
everything.
Death, it's in life. But man, if we just constantly, man, we so hateful as a people.
All
and you
the
know what,
time.
man? You can always tell who it is. And you know what's really hurtful, man? When it's your own.
Yeah.
When it's your own people, man, whose one goal is to watch you crumble
Bring you
and
down.
nothing else matters. When we of all people need as many to make it as we possibly can, so we can have stuff to point our children to, an example of how. But you know something, man? I tell all my kids, man, y'all don't want this fame. You do not want this fame. Cause this right here, man, this ain't what you want.
People think they do, though, Steve. Fame is such a drug to people now.
Yes, it
They
is.
want to be famous. They want to be famous.
It is a lot that come with it that you don't even expect or understand. And public scrutiny and opinion of you are from people who don't even know you. You're on the lips of people who have never met you, and they're making disparaging marks about you.
Yeah.
And they don't even know you. That's hard to take sometimes, man.
It
That's
is,
hard
because
to
we're all
take.
human and we have feelings. Yeah, we're all human.
Like you said, Shirley, with her relationship with Offset and his rumors of cheating, and she just had a baby, and the same thing with Khloe, with Tristan. Now, she just had a baby with this man, and here he is accused of cheating with her little sister's best friend.
Right.
Man, that's painful.
And that's
Right.
too close.
Because you know what, man? Every woman wants her child to be able to say, that's my dad.
Yeah,
Boy
absolutely.
or girl.
Steve.
They want them to go,
Absolutely.
man, that's my mommy and that's my daddy.
Oh, yeah.
And what Cardi is saying is she looks at her baby sometimes and she gets sad. Because, man, and then, like men, man, I think we just have to come to the point where, okay, man, hold up. I don't want nobody else raising my kid. I mean, man, we just have to come to that point.
Yeah.
And we get opportunities. A lot of women give us opportunities to get it right.
To make it better. Yes,
and so
right.
if they give you the opportunity to get it right, man, at one point in time, we got to grow up as men and say, you know what, man, I don't want nobody else raising my kids, man. Damn, man, mine going to be able to look at me and be proud of me. I'm not to say, man, you going to live in this world mistake-free.
Right.
Because that ain't fitting to
Ain't
happen.
nobody perfect. Right.
But you know, man, you going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
But just get better at it. If you make a mistake, recover, make good on it, learn from it.
Yeah, and move on. Yeah, but yeah, thanks Cardi for speaking out because she know what the girl is going through and stop dragging
But all them people laughing at her. I ain't let nobody do that to me.
Just dragging you.
You ain't even got nobody.
Bruh. I don't know what people be talking about. Hey, ain't nobody gonna do me like that.
You don't know.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you've never been through it. You don't know what you're going to do.
Hey, man, that's just like saying, ain't nobody around me finna die.
Right.
Really?
Or saying, I'll never do that. I ain't going to never do that. You don't know what you're going to do.
Hey, let me tell you something. When I was about 11 years old, I was talking to my brother one time. And they were talking about doing something with women. And one of my brothers said, man, I had this girl, man, and I was kissing her, and he went kind of deep into this conversation with my older brother. And I was standing there listening to him. I said, I'll never do that to a girl. My brothers turned around and said, shut your stupid ass up.
Exactly.
Just shut your stupid ass up. Sit up here talking about what you ain't going to do with no girl. Boy,
you haven't
you
lived.
going to do that and a whole lot more.
That's right.
I remember the exact subject they was talking about. I have done that and a whole lot more, just like they said.
Yeah.
Your stupid ass talking about you ain't gonna do that to no girl.
Right.
Boy, shut up.
Get out of
Got
here.
all the way in it,
with
didn't
the
you?
grown
Got
folks.
all the way in
Dog.
it.
That's why I don't let kids hang out
and
with
went
grown
back and
folks.
told him when you did it.
Dog.
All right, listen, coming up at the top of the hour, guys, we're going to talk about the movies because the Oscars are this Sunday night, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, the Oscars are this Sunday night, guys. Tommy,
Seen
what
them
you
all.
what you got, nephew Tommy?
You know what? I'm here to let y'all know. Y'all got to get your Hulu on. Because if you haven't got your Hulu on, you got to get your Hulu on. Now, the best thing, let me tell you something.
Okay.
This is what y'all don't know. You can watch things live. Like you can watch the Oscars. You can watch sporting events.
Oh,
all right?
really?
Yeah. You got to
know
get your
that.
Hulu on. You know, I mean, everybody think it's just movies and all that, but I
Right,
promise you, you can get your boogie on with your Hulu. I got the Hulu. Y'all don't. Get your Hulu right now, all right? Now check it out, Shirley.
Okay.
The Oscars, this year's Oscars. Here's the trip part. This is what you don't know, because you know I'm a movie buff.
Yeah.
Do the Right Thing
Uh-huh.
lost to Driving Miss Daisy. That was in let me think. That was 1989.
Excuse
okay?
me, sidebar, Morgan Freeman. Go ahead.
Girl, that's not what. Okay, that's 1989.
Anyway,
Now,
go
Hey,
ahead.
hey, dog, are you setting up a prank?
No, I'm being real with you. I'm talking
Oh,
to
okay.
you.
Talking about Hulu.
I'm talking about Hulu.
Okay.
And Morgan
Now, check this
Freeman.
out. Now, Black's Klansman is up against Green Book. You do know
Spike
that, right?
Lee's movie. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Best movie, yeah.
I saw that. I ain't see Green Book. I don't
You
know
got to
what
see
that
Green
is.
Book on.
Good.
You got to see that.
Who is it
all right?
by?
Well, I'll tell you who's starring in it. Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali is starring in it.
By the Green Book
He
people.
said, "Who is it by?" But
Yeah.
like he gonna know the writer though.
Well, the son of the star who wrote the book.
And it's a true story, Steve.
It's a true story. You got to check it out. All right, so like I said, Do the Right Thing lost to Driving Miss Daisy in 1989. You got Black Klansman is up against the Green Book. All right, an African American driving a white woman in a car versus a white man driving an African American around in a car. Do you
yeah.
understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I see.
Has the time changed?
Yes. Yes, I
That's what
see.
Green Book is.
I see you.
Green Book is about what?
A white guy that's
driving
driving
a black guy around the country.
Black musician.
A black musician.
Oh, with my dude in it.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. Okay.
Say his name once
Vigo.
so you'll know that next time.
Oh, I know his name. Mahershala Ali.
The Green Book was a list of hotels that black people could stay in the South.
Right.
They couldn't stay in the white
Yeah.
hotels.
Right.
And you know that how, Jay?
I was there.
Yeah, there you go.
Part of history.
And it was, and the Green Book was created by a black man.
Yeah.
Hello.
Jay had lunch with him. Trying to tell you.
Like in Atlanta, they had
I'm sitting up here
Hotel
talking about.
Pascals and different places.
Okay, so back to Hulu, Tommy.
Yeah, thank you. Once you get Hulu, you never go back. That's all I'm going to say.
Once you get Hulu, you can see all the black.
Get your Hulu on right now. I promise you, you will not be dissatisfied once you get Hulu. And I mean that. Take it from the nephew. I'm a movie buff. I'm an entertainment buff. I watch the movies. I watch the sports. You can watch it all on Hulu. I got it.
Okay, so since
That's one thing my wife let me have is Hulu. I got that.
Well, since you brought up movies, Tommy, let's talk about some of our favorite movies. I mean, our favorite movies.
Okay, come on.
Of all time?
Yeah,
well,
of
you
all
going to say
time.
all Morgan Freeman shows. That's all you going to do.
Oh, wow.
Well, I am a fan. I can't deny it. But you know I love The Wizard of Oz.
You
better
gonna
put that.
shun the
You
Wiz?
gonna put that ARD on now.
The Wizard. Oh, so you don't like the Wiz?
You don't like the Wiz at
I
all?
didn't say that. I said
Oh,
I
no,
love
that's what you said.
Well, no, she's not saying that. Her favorite is The Wizard of Oz.
I love
She
The
does
Wizard of
like
Oz. I
But
do.
she don't like the
Get to
Wiz,
Steve's favorite,
Yeah.
though. Come on, Tommy. Come on, Steve. What's your
All right.
favorite movie?
What's your favorite movie, Aunt?
Braveheart.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Come on, say it. You got to say it for
it.
me. Say it. Come on.
Freedom!
You know what, Unc? I think I could actually see you with that skirt on. I ain't lying
And
to
his face painted blue.
Dog,
Come in.
run over there with a stick with a ball on the end of it with some nails sticking out of it
Man.
and bust you upside your damn head. Boy, I'd have been good in that time right
Man,
there.
on that horse going back and forth down that line.
Dog, with that speech.
I am William
Scotsman,
Wallace.
Go ahead.
Come on,
Scotsman, your noble homes. The tyranny and the rulers.
You got tyranny. There you go.
I like his accent.
The Scotsmen is what we are. Noble, triumphant, knowing full well we would die for our freedom. I would rather die for our freedom than live in bondage. Scotsmen, are you with me? Now let's run around in these dresses and whoop somebody's ass.
Every man that I know loves Braveheart.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
I love that movie.
And then you know what, though? Right after Braveheart, though, Gladiator is right behind that.
Man.
And I usually don't like those kinds of movies, but I
Gladiator was good.
loved Gladiator. I love that
Gladiator was
movie.
beast, man.
Yeah, it really
Come on,
is.
Tommy. Get
Jay, what's your favorite, man?
Hands down, The Godfather. 1 and 2.
Oh,
3,
yeah.
Not so much. 3, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my mom's favorite
Give me your line, though, Jay.
Godfather was a great movie.
It was
God,
excellent.
what's your favorite line, Steve? Godfather.
Godfather.
So many.
You know I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Oh, Marlon Brando.
Go on with it, boy.
All right. I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were kids.
Oh, yeah.
You know I'm gonna do this for you. But I tell you, you have not been a good man for me. You don't come to me unless you need something. Oh, Godfather, no. But I will do this for you. But one day I will come to you for a favor. I will need you to do this favor for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Godfather, I am honored to be I'm Luke Kobrowski. Godfather, I'm Luke Kobrowski. I am Luke Kobrowski, Godfather. Godfather, I am Luke Kobrowski. I'm most honored to serve you, your first child. I love that big boy waiting to go in that damn room. Hey, Jay, y'all got to give it to you, dog. Godfather 1 and 2, great movie.
One and two.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent
Shirley?
movies. Well, I told you The Wizard of Oz. I also liked
Wizard
Boomerang.
of Oz.
Yeah, I love The Wizard of
Are you
Oz.
serious?
I just said, she ain't do the win.
I love The Wizard
I
of
thought you was
Oz.
joking.
Judy Garland.
What's that ragged ass?
I got to ask the rest of y'all when we come back.
All right. I love The Wizard of Oz. All right, we'll be back with more
You don't know what
Steve
you're
Harvey
talking
Morning
about.
Show right after this, guys.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we were talking about Oscars. Let's continue that. Here's what to expect from the Oscars this Sunday night, okay? Of course, they will not have a host.
I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
You're not watching it, dog? Why come?
Hell no, because they
Kevin?
punked Kevin. I ain't watching that.
You're not
I
watching
think
in
Kevin
protest.
punked him back. I think he did good.
I'm watching.
So presenters will include, we love her, Whoopi Goldberg,
Yes.
Jennifer Lopez, Chris
Ooh,
Evans,
Lord.
Amy Poehler, Charlize Theron, Melissa McCarthy, Javier Bardem, Angela Bassett, Chadwick Boseman, Emilia Clarke. When I say that name, what do you guys think of? Emilia Clarke.
Game.
Yes! Yes,
Right.
Khaleesi, baby, Khaleesi.
Your Grace. Your Grace.
From Game
Which
of Thrones.
one is that?
The blonde-haired queen.
With the dragon.
The dragon.
With the dragons.
The
the mother
dragons.
of
Dragon girl.
dragons.
Oh, man, that's
Yeah.
my girl there.
Yes.
Also Gary Oldman, Samuel L. Jackson, yes.
Yes.
Oh, tennis star Serena Williams, along with 7 other people from outside of the world of entertainment, will introduce the Best Picture nominees.
Yeah, man, they ain't never asked me to do that.
I wonder
Really?
why.
Yeah, we don't know. Bradley Cooper will be there, Lady Gaga. You know what a lot of people are
Might
saying?
have something to do with my inability to act.
That's pretty good with Braveheart.
Yeah, and Serena is not an actress. She's a tennis superstar.
That's why I'm trying to figure out why I ain't in there yet.
Yeah, you got to let them know that you want to. Put it out there, Steve.
That's all right.
Yeah. But
You should be
anyway,
the Black William Wallace. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga will be there. You know, they're up for their movie, for Bradley's movie. A Star is Born.
Pimps and countrymen,
It does not say that. in the
players
movie.
and hustlers. Know that I, William P. Wallace, about to roll with you. Going to roll up on them. Go ahead, Shirley.
All right. Well, anyway, I was saying Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga will be there. Lady Gaga is up for Best Actress. Bradley Cooper is up for Best Actor. A Star is Born is up for Best Picture. Now, here's just a little side note. Lady Gaga and her man have split. Now, everybody's saying that don't be surprised if Bradley Cooper splits with his longtime girlfriend, because the way they look at each other when they sing and all of that, they think that some people are saying that Lady Gaga is in love with Bradley Cooper. They're in love.
Bradley Gaga finna get together?
That's
Hey, man,
what,
Bradley Cooper can sing?
What?
Yeah,
movie.
yes, he can,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes,
that.
He wrote and directed
He
that
wrote and
movie.
directed.
Oh, I didn't see the movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's really
He's a
good.
triple threat.
Yeah.
I ain't see no Bradley Cooper now. I don't even know the name of the movie. West Side.
A Star
Is
is Born, Steve.
He said West Side
West
Story.
Side? Like
Oh, they
West Side
redid the
Story?
Barbara Streisand movie?
Yeah, and
Yes.
Judy Garland. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This might
Judy
be why they
Garland.
haven't called you. No.
Oh, that might. Oh, you,
Yeah.
Oh, you think?
Thank you for pointing that out,
But you
Carla.
ain't got that call.
Tell the truth about it.
And see, give to open that letter up, and the winner is Finding Nemo.
They not gonna invite me.
They ain't
after
let
the-
you up there.
They
though.
not gonna have me do it because of the pageant.
All right, listen, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson said that Empire actor Jussie Smollett initially faked a letter using racist and homophobic language. When that didn't get attention, Johnson said Smollett paid 2 brothers $3,500 to stage the attack because he was dissatisfied with his salary. Take a listen.
So this morning, I come to you not only as the superintendent of the Chicago Police Department, but also as a black man who spent his entire life living in the city of Chicago. I know the racial divide that exists here. I know how hard it's been for our city and our nation to come together. And I also know the disparities, and I know the history. This announcement today recognizes that Empire actor Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. I'm left hanging my head and asking why. Why would anyone, especially an African-American man, use the symbolism of a noose to make false accusations? How could someone look at the hatred and suffering associated with that symbol and see an opportunity to manipulate that symbol to further his own public profile?
Wow.
Wait a minute. So that's
the Chicago Police Superintendent. His name is Eddie Johnson.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is he, because I was working all day, so I haven't seen any news stories. This morning, I'm just new to this. This is a question. Is the policeman saying that's his take on his reasoning, or does Jussie say that was his reasoning, or they just came to that summation?
Well, Jussie hasn't had his day in court yet. He just turned himself in and posted bond. You know, he had a $100,000 bond, and he posted bond, and he got out, and he went back to work.
I agree with the police officer, but I'm just saying.
Police chief.
Yeah, the police chief. Was that Jussie's saying that's why he did it?
I think it's based on the evidence that they have presented in front of them.
Yeah,
and this is what the police chief was saying.
So Jussie sent a letter too?
Yeah.
Fake the letter.
He faked the letter. Yeah.
He did the letter first.
Man.
He did it all, dog.
Yeah.
Wait till you see that letter. Woo.
Well, they've been showing it ever since January 29th when this whole thing started. They've been showing the letter. You know, it was letters cut out from a magazine, and then the sprawl that was written and like a child wrote that. So yeah.
And he sent up white powder was crushed ibuprofen.
Yeah.
I've talked to all of the past detectives in history, and they don't know why. Kojak has he don't understand why he did this. Columbo, Barnaby Jones, don't nobody understand why he did this. It is really it's go ahead.
The police chief said he was dissatisfied with his salary. He wanted a raise.
$65,000 an episode.
Yeah, he wanted a raise.
How much he make an episode?
$65K.
See, one more time. Listen to me.
That's more than people make in a year.
You can't say that to regular people.
No, you can't.
I mean, man, you really can't. Like, you're
to me.
dissatisfied. You can't say that to regular people, because regular people are going $65,000 a week.
Yeah. All right, so when we come back, we'll do our last break of the day, our last break of the week, and then we'll get some closing remarks from our fearless leader, Steve Harvey, baby, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we go. It is Friday, our last break of the day, and this is our last break of the week. It's been an interesting week. Wow, a lot of things going on. Yeah, it has really been crazy. Don't forget the Oscars are this Sunday night. If you choose to watch, if you're planning on watching, I'm sure I'll be watching some of it at least. I know I will.
Because we're rooting for Black Panther.
Yeah,
Black
Spike
Klansman,
Lee,
Green
first-time
Book.
director. Yeah.
Come on,
Black
Spike.
Panther for something?
You gotta watch.
Oh yeah, Best Picture.
I
Best
saw
Picture.
Black Klansman. If Black Panther don't win Best Picture, I'm gonna.
You going?
Where's the Oscar building at?
And Black
I'm gonna go down there
Klansman.
and break a damn window out.
And Black Klansman is also up, directed by Spike Lee, and this is his first time. So
Being
this is
nominated
big. Yeah,
too,
being
Spike.
nominated. Yeah, this is big, Steve.
I hope Spike wins.
I
Yeah.
do.
I didn't know that
Well,
Spike first
deserves
time.
to
Yeah,
win
yeah,
for
yeah.
so many other
First
Man.
time, bro.
Yes.
too.
Yep.
Malcolm should have been his first.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yes.
Should have been.
Yes.
Sure.
Not to mention Mo Better Blues. And,
What? Mo Better was classic.
Denzel. Oh,
Girl.
Bleak.
Bleak.
Oh, Bleak.
And Wesley Snipes, shout out.
Shadow, man.
Yes.
Big Brother Almighty was in there.
All right, I'm ready, y'all.
Oh, okay. All right, so
Check your phone, though.
all right,
I saw it.
Steve.
I'm gonna use it. because
Here we
go
are.
right along with what I was going to talk.
Oh, okay. All right, Steve, take it away with your closing remarks.
Well, my remarks today, they've been used of late in opening and closing of the shows because I decided to try to be a bit more inspirational this year. Kind of a mandate was put on me by God. I was asking God for some things that I wanted to happen in my life. And of course, as always, he has another requirement for me. I've learned that scripture is very, very true. To whom much is given, much is required. And so, as I ask God for things, I got to be prepared to handle what comes along with it. I also have learned that when God is about to do something great in your life, that when you offer up prayers for your own happiness or success, or you offer up thanks, you have to remember that God is not the only one that hears this prayer, that the evil forces that be, they hear your prayer too. And the devil's only job is to make your life miserable. The devil has one mission in life, to make you lose hope, to make you think God don't love you, and for you not to see the blessings or things that God is capable of doing in your life. That is simple as that. The devil has no other mission, and he'll use any resource he possibly can to get that done. And I've learned that. And one of the things I want to point out to people, and I hope this helps you, don't let others' opinions shape your opinion of yourself. If you have a strong opinion about yourself, if you think of your opinion of yourself is that you're basically a good person. Now, we all make mistakes, I got that. But if your basic opinion of yourself is that you're a good person, you're a caring person, you try to be a righteous person, you try to do the right things. Now, when you make a mistake, here's what you cannot do. You cannot allow others' opinions to shape your opinion of yourself. It doesn't work that way, because you got to remember, the people who are having an opinion about you that don't really know you, and especially when they have a negative turn or negative opinion of you, you got to remember their job is to hurt, destroy, demolish, upset, prevent, and stop you from having the life that God really has for you. It's really, really just that simple. So I say to all of you, sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. I want you to think about that. Sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. You've got to understand, man, there's a scripture that says something to the effect that all things work to the good for those that love the Lord. Something to that effect. It's not verbatim that, but that's what it is. And that's what I believe. And that's the hope you have to hang on to. Because listen to this. And I said this the other day, but I'm going to say it to you plain and simple. Every bad day I've ever had, every bad day that you've ever had, every day that I didn't think I was going to make it, every day that you didn't think you was going to make it, as you look back on all of your darkest days, your track record for getting through those dark days is 100%. And that, y'all, is good news. There is not a bad or horrible situation that you've never made it through. Not a single one. You are batting 1,000, y'all. Your dark days that you done rolled through, you batting 100%. You got through every last one of them, even when you didn't think you would. That's the joy of it, man. That's the goodness. So when people are attacking you, don't let others' opinions shape your opinions of yourself. If you know yourself to be a righteous person, just because somebody say it ain't so, don't make it that. Don't let these people's opinion get in your head about who you really are. Don't let the devil get in there and block your blessings. Don't let him win the battles. Don't let him win the war. Don't let him get you off task thinking you ain't this or you ain't that. God don't love you because he does. Every bad day you've ever had, all the days you thought you wouldn't endure, as you look back on it, your track record for surviving them is 100%. And that's pretty good. Those are my remarks today.
Drop it,
Put
baby.
Put that in your heart.
Yo, yo, yo.
Go to work.
Great job, huh?
Y'all have a great weekend.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.